Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. I'm Karen. This is Dawn. And we are in a very special location today.
Yeah, we are at Grail Springs Retreat Center in Bancroft. And we're here for the week. We're trying out a bunch of different treatments and sessions. And today, Karen and I did a horse meditation. I had the most amazing elemental alchemy Reiki session.
And I had a bioenergy photo. And so that's where they take an image of your body and all the chakras show up and all that sort of stuff. So that was interesting.
We'll have a bunch of new episodes coming your way, so stay tuned. But today we're going to revisit Brad Yates, one of my favorites, total YouTube crush. Brad Yates is a YouTube star. He is a hypnotherapist, but most well known for EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, or tapping. Mm-hmm. And we sat down with Brad because I know that I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure so many people are, of self-sabotage. And it's something that comes up quite a bit. It has come up for me even in this week when we're talking about our intention and listening to the synchronicities of the messages that I'm receiving here. Mm-hmm. How about you? Are you guilty of self-sabotage?
Oh, yeah. And sometimes, it's about bringing that to your awareness, and then the next step is doing something about it.
And that's where EFT comes in. So EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, is a program that was created where you tap on the meridians of the body, and what it does is it helps to free up a lot of the blockages that we've accumulated from our life experiences, from our programming, from our family upbringing,
from trauma,
all those different types of effects that we take on and that tend to shape our views and the way that we see the world. And we don't even know that we might be doing something that is self-sabotaging. So Brad's going to go through that with us today, and we're very excited for you to see this episode. So if you stay tuned, we'll get right to it right now. Though, when it comes to tapping, is it best to do it when you're in, say, emotional distress, or can you use it for prevention? How do you usually recommend someone use it?
It's great in both ways. So I recommend tapping on a daily basis. So I could say, so Don, what's the best time to take a shower? When you, as a regular thing in each day, as a maintenance thing, or only when you are really dirty?
Right. Okay. That's a good analogy. Yeah. It's really good.
To me, it's energy hygiene.
Okay.
We brush our teeth. We take showers on a regular basis. We don't, get up in the morning, look in the mirror at our teeth and go, oh, there's nothing green growing. I don't need to brush my teeth today. We don't wait until people are holding their nose around us and go, it's been 2 weeks since I took a shower. Maybe I should do it now. But with stress, it's constantly building up. But we tell ourselves, I'm fine. It's so awesome. Whenever sometimes when I'm doing interviews and I'll be talking to someone and they're like, oh, I feel great. And we'll do a tapping around, like, I feel more relaxed. I thought I was great. It's like, that's the thing, is we are not aware of the ambient stress that we have. Mm-hmm. And especially in this day and age where we're walking around with a device that's constantly telling us, here's something to be upset about.
Yeah.
And so most of us don't have a daily practice for clearing that stuff out. Mm-hmm. Now, so we take our showers and on a daily basis, but also after a workout, it's like, okay, we don't say, well, that was a hard workout, I'm really sweaty. But I've already taken my morning shower. So definitely do it when you feel that need as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I at least that's how I use your videos. At the end of the night, it's usually my favorite way to just cleanse.
I had someone ask me once, would you call what you do in the realm of the woo? And I said, no, you might. This is just a scientific use of our body.
Yes.
This is using our body's system, so it can be used in a spiritual way. We can talk about spiritual things, but that's not necessary. You can tap without saying any words, and you're just using your body's natural system. We can measure this with science. You can take a galvanometer and measure that the points that we're tapping have lower electrical resistance. They are different than other points. So it's a physical thing. along with any of the physical therapy that they're doing. So you can just say, hey, here's a system of using your body for stress relief that will, as you clear that out, you naturally enhance your natural performance abilities.
Yeah, no, it's good. Now, okay, so tapping helps remove a lot of the programming that we have, the self-sabotage. I believe you've got a book, don't you?
I do. I have the Wizard's Wish is a children's book that I wrote when I was being filmed for the movie The Tapping Solution. We were talking a lot about kids, and after that, I thought, so many of the issues that we face as adults started when we were kids. If we could teach kids how to tap, they'd grow up so much more easily and have so much greater freedom to live their best lives. And I have kids of my own, and I thought, well, it'd be great if it was like a storybook that parents could read to their kids when they were young. So that's when I came up with the idea for the Wizard's Wish, where he taps on his face with his wand and then discovers, well, not everybody has a wand, but everybody can use their fingers as wands, and it still works.
There's a lot of subconscious programming and self-sabotage. Tapping, there's like, I can't think of any other way that would be better to remove those blockages and easier, so, and then that way you're not putting up those blocks. You're well open to receive.
And it's recognizing that self-sabotage is simply misguided self-love.
Love that.
Yes.
When we stop ourselves from having what we say we want, it's because part of us is convinced it's not safe. If we say, I want to be in better shape, and then we go and eat a gallon of ice cream, and we beat ourselves up going, I'm so stupid. It's like, no, you're not stupid. Something inside of you says it's not safe to be in better shape. If we say, I want to have a lot more money. Oh, and I could call this person about a job, and I don't make that call. It's like, oh, I'm so stupid. No, something inside of you is saying it's not safe to have that kind of money, because money is the root of all evil, and I don't want to be evil. So I better not call that person and have that opportunity to be more evil. So we are protecting ourselves. And then beating ourselves up is also brilliant, because the more time I spend beating myself up, the less time I have to exercise or make phone calls or all those other things that could actually lead to what I'm still convinced is unsafe at an unconscious level. So we look at the vision board and we just think we're excited, and we're not aware of it. I've done this with so many people where they'll say, I really want to have this goal. I want to have this amount of money, and I've read the books and I've taken the seminars, and it's not happening. Oh, close your eyes, take a deep breath. Imagine yourself having the kind of money you want and feeling what you feel inside your body on a scale of 0 to 10. How safe does that feel? They're like, oh, it's like a 2. Bingo. Because you're brilliantly protecting yourself. It is an act of self-love, but it's misguided. But when we try to change our mind, we have that stress response. There is the amygdala in our brain perceives a threat. You're trying to change something. What the heck are you doing? Things are fine. Even if our lives are crap, it's my crap. I handled it yesterday. I know how to handle it. Don't go messing with the status quo. Right. And so, and sometimes we're consciously aware of it, and sometimes it happens in such an unconscious way. We're not even aware. We could be saying, I'd really like to be in a relationship. And we're in the grocery store and we see this attractive stranger a little ways away. And we're like a chess grandmaster thinking 50 moves ahead. I could go up and say hi. They'd say hi back. We might strike up a conversation. We might find we have some things in common. We go out to coffee. That leads to dinner. That leads to the romance. That leads to moving in together, getting married. And then they divorce me and ruin my life just like my parents happened. And, oh, look, there's a sale in aisle 2. And we're down on aisle 2 before we even are aware that all of this has happened. We found that we were going to get checkmated. We knew we lost the game, and we're down there, and we're down in aisle 2 looking at the sale items going, I wish I could meet somebody. And it's brilliant based on this belief that because my heart has been broken before, it will always be broken. And so we had that stress response. So as we tap and go, okay, you know what? It just, that person was wrong for me. That person, and if I feel rejected, it's like, okay, rejection is just redirection. That person was letting me know, look, there's something better for you out there. Don't waste your time with me. Right. They just didn't know how to say it in those words.
Right.
And we get that clarity and we relax and calm down and go, Yeah, because I'm awesome and I deserve good things in my life.
Now you have a process, because I want our viewers to get a little taste of tapping. But one thing I love about your videos, and maybe just explain why you do this. You always say that we must take responsibility, full responsibility for ourselves before starting to tap.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because while the tapping doesn't cause emotional stress, thinking about our issues might. So if you had company coming over and you thought, okay, my living room on a scale of 0 to 10, how clean is it? It's about a 7 or an 8, but hey, I like these people coming over. I want it to be at a 10. And so we start cleaning up and we find that
That's definitely me. Yeah. Yeah.
So you find, oh, you know what? There's some dirt that I swept under the rug. Or look, there's some dirty laundry that's under the sofa. And now that you find that dirt and the dirty laundry under the sofa, your room's no longer at a 7 in terms of how clean it is. Now it's like a 2 or a 3. And you wouldn't then say, I shouldn't have started to clean up. If I hadn't cleaned up, it would have stayed at a 7. And now the process of cleaning up, it's like, no, it's the process of looking at that stuff that we find that. And because I'm putting stuff out there where we're talking about things that can be pretty upsetting, like trauma, I need to put that disclaimer out and say, look, if you suspect that there's barrels of toxic waste under the sofa, don't go looking in there on your own.
Yeah.
Get someone there to help you. Because I have no idea who's watching these videos and how emotionally upset they might be.
Right. So yeah.
No, I think it's really good that I love that you start every video like that. And then when you're doing your tapping with your clients or on the videos, you usually have us kind of take a breath, rate, tap, and then take another breath, reevaluate. Is that pretty much is that like a standard process?
That's the standard EFT process. But definitely when I'm working with somebody one-on-one or in group settings, then to try to find out what it is, like, how stressed do you feel at the moment on a scale of 0 to 10? Oh, it's an 8. Okay. How do you physically feel about that? It's tension in my shoulders. So that we can see where we're at the beginning of the round and where we're at the end of the round. So that's pretty standard, because then we know, okay, what we're doing is moving in the right direction, or we need to redirect and find something else.
Now, when I follow on your videos, I usually repeat what you have to say out loud.
Yeah.
Is that usually what you would recommend for clients to do?
Whenever possible, because when we're saying things out loud and the more emphatically we say it, the more emotionally engaged we are. So that gives the process, it makes it more effective. We can still get a lot of benefit even if we do it silently, but we just tend to be more emotionally engaged if we're saying it out loud. So that's the ideal way to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for this opportunity to share this work. I know what a profound difference it can make for folks. And so by you giving a platform for people to be introduced to it is awesome. And thank you to everyone who is willing to go through and try this strange looking process, because as you clear away what doesn't belong, you reveal more of the masterpiece that's inside of you, and that benefits the world. So thank you for doing that.
All right.
You guys are great. Thanks so much.
Yes.
All right. Have a great night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.